the presentations are going on and the people are asking either do a vacation based conference or a devotional based conference. If you want to go for a vacation, we are always ready for Goa. So people are voted in the past as well. Devotional, please come back to Tirupati and we are more than happy to host you. Okay. So let's talk about my company. So a small story about SRUJAN. So most of you might be already knowing, but I would like to repeat some of the things because few of them are new faces here. So SRUJAN started back in 2010 in US. And there was a lot of back and forth whether to go into starting the company or not because I'm a G-logger and expert employee. I love to see the G-log logo. I know some of the faces like Sundar are here from the G-logs. So it's always emotional to see that kind of a logo and we worked in the past. So after that Oracle, when we started in 2010, we had a lot of struggles. Whether by last quarter of 2010, we're not even sure whether to continue further or close the game. We know we wanted to give it a try, but we tried. I'm not sure whether it's going to be moving forward or not. But after lot of support from the customers and the friends and network people, we were able to sustain, and that gave us the more confidence to start our business in 2011, in late 2011 in India. So in India, when we were thinking about where to start, whether to start in metropolitan cities or in Tirupati. So I am from Tirupati, I started in Tirupati. So a lot of people ask me, why Tirupati? So I'll tell you the story of when we started in 2011 versus today. 2011, it's not even 1 Mbps in my office, the internet speed. Whereas today we have, whatever the GB you want, could be 100 or 1 gig, we have that internet. And not only that, the infra is extremely well, you have Marriott, you have Taj, all these star hotels are also there. So the it's all the patience and the resources, how we get and how we train. It took me a lot of time, sleepless nights, to build the team, a solid team in Tirupati. So that's where, as I said, we started in 2010. That's the a quick round of the milestones. In India, we started in 2011. In 2012, we have our own applications called SRUJAN apps. So back in 2011 and 12, we are not sure whether OTM can do all the capabilities or not. So there are some mass upload applications. So there are some quick applications. That kind of applications are high demanded at that time. So we came up with an approach of building the one solid application platform, and we sold it to multiple customers. That's the first application we went live in 2012. 2017, the innovation after the 5 years of working, what we did, the innovation is, without even order is there in the system, we have the label is printed. Without the label printing or some of the cases where I think each time when we were trying to come up with some innovative solutions, but Oracle is giving as part of the product. So some of them, for example, there is a system called DAT. So you call the DAT system to get the current trend of the rate. You may be having your rate for point A to point B, X cost. Is that X cost capable enough with the current trend, what's going on in this industry? That kind of a solutions are the APIs we developed, and that's in 2017. And 2023 is our 50th customer. We went live we work for 50th customer. So if you look at from 2010 to 2023, it's almost 13 years it took us to work for 50 customers. All these 50 customers are SRUJAN is the only SI. No, we are actually partnering with either it could be a customer is direct SRUJAN or it could be a partnering with multiple partners for even some of these or most of these booth setups here. 2025, this is our 15th anniversary. This is a proud moment for SRUJAN in today's. Now I would like to call this up because as we have seen most of the people, the boutique companies, when I say boutique companies, working only in OTM. Right now I think only we have two. This long. All of either it could have been merged or bought by someone else or whatever could have happened. But we are, at least in SRUJAN side, we are surviving with a lot of this, stressful journeys, sleepless nights. It's not, this 15 years is not a cakewalk for us. We spend a lot of time. There are a lot of support from the employees, from the customers, and the partner. Thanks a lot for all that great support. What is unique? Why we need to choose SRUJAN? So, as I just said, the 15 years of the journey is it happened because of the trust and the continuous innovation what we are doing. It's not that I know OTM since early 2 or late 2s or 3 version of the on-prem. That doesn't mean the same screen, if I remember, to implement OTM, I am not up to the date, number one. That means I am training myself or my team training up to the date, create what it. I just saw, I took a couple of pictures. I'm sure Ashok and Muthu will get a call from me. I saw some of the innovative things which I like to do, and I had, 3 months back, I had a discussion with the local team on whatever the innovation what we have, and I went to them and then had a discussion, put it on the table. I am doing it. Please don't tell me that you are already putting that in the product. So I don't want to rework. So that kind of a cooperation we have been seeing from Oracle extremely well. Thanks a lot for that. And we are the first exclusive offshore OTM company outside of US. We have been proudly say that, and that too in Tirupati. And we have very strong referenceable customers. As you see, 65 plus customers we work with. So we have a solid references on that side. A deeply tested network, which is when we have been working with multiple partners and SIs here. When we say something, we mean on it. That means we will not lose the credibility. So, for example, I recently visited Germany. There was a discussion on the table. They were talking about a resource. He is from my team, but they were saying that okay, this is from the other SI. I kept quiet because we gave the resource to other partner and that resource is for them. That kind of a relationship we maintain, we don't want to say that this guy is from SRUJAN. We want to trust the partner and we want to make sure the partner is also successful with us. Guaranteed resource availability. So this is another most important thing with a unique thing with us is when you ask the resource from SRUJAN, we always try to maintain at least 2 to 3 people on bench. Generally companies will target no bench, but we want to maintain the bench. So that way if anyone asks me, I have resource available. That is the way, that is the model we are trying since the day one. Of course, quality and deliverables, otherwise we will not be successful or stay in this stage at this year. Customers, we have lost 62 customers we have so far across the globe, multiple regions we work with. Very highly referential customers. we have a global delivery experience, which means North America, Europe, APAC, you talk about any region, we have that, our team has an experience. But this is very, very important because the people will, for example, in Canada, the routes are based on the season. Whereas in the US, it's different. Whereas in the US, in India, it's different. So this kind of a global experience we have, that would help the people to understand quickly in terms of the supply chain background and then the transportation knowledge. And then are we only working on top roles versus AMS support only on that? No. We are ready to work as a support consultant all the way to the global solution architect. So if you ask me any role, we have that capabilities and we are working even today to that way. And then we talked about the deliverables. This is a quick snapshot of our customers by industry. So healthcare, high-tech, retail, manufacturing, CPL, these are the names. You can ask me anyone who's in the manufacturing, give me the list. I have the list of customers who work and what time, what are the year we work on it. So this will show the capacity of how many customers we really work for in this OTM space. There's another biggest one which I always tell my team. Our employees don't stay with us, they grow with us. This is, I would like to proudly say this, and they are my pillars to stand here. They are with me when we started back in 2010, 2011 in India. Since then, the people are with us and they are staying with us. So when they're showing that kind of motivation or interest towards SRUJAN, we also equally make sure that they are growing in the career-wise, financially, all the aspects which they can compare with any other corporate companies. And on average, 10 plus years is the minimum experience or the stay with us. As you all know, especially the partners know that OTM space, they may be taking the offer here and shopping by 3-4 other companies, which is not the case in our company. That I can proudly say. And then we have closely collective experience with all the people, more than 350 years of OTM experience. So we are, a couple of team members are Jila and local team, and we started with one woman in our office back in 2011. Today we have 52%, I believe, is my woman employees in the office. The reason why I quoted is, you all know that my wife, Sinisha, is my backbone to support in personal and the business side. She is taking care of and giving that, that kind of not just the why, only the consultants from the men's side, why can't the women? Let's try, focus on. And then that is where it took me a little bit of initiation. And then we hired a couple of women, and they're really doing good. Thanks a lot for that. And then consistent investment in the employment training and development, we have been doing that a lot. And as always, very low attrition rate in our company. Our employees are our greatest strength, which I always want to say, and thanks a lot for a couple of people who are in this conference. So we have in US and also in India, and I spent a lot of time on that side. I very less on this because we all know that OTM consultant or OTM company does what it is, so you all know. We don't need to repeat that. Please stop by to my booth and then I'll explain you more. But we do the implementations, OTM implementations, and then integrations, application manager services, which is support side, cloud migration. This is a big thing, on-prem to the cloud. We did a lot of things on that part of it. Solution health checks we did a lot of auditing for the OTM, either in the on-prem or in the cloud. Custom developments, we have some APIs, so I'll talk on that. Summary, these are our services, what we do. These are our custom applications, what we have. These are APIs, what we have, and which can connect to Oracle or external system, rating engines, any system you want, we can able to build if you don't have it. And we also spending a lot of research part, tying it with IIT Tirupati. We have an agreement with them, so we are actually tied up with them on the innovation, especially on the visibility tracking and tracking part. This is an engagement approach. This is our booth, so please stop by and then say hi to us. Thanks a lot.